All right, everyone. I want to congratulate you for almost completing this course, and it would be a shame for me to stop right there by showing you the color grading process on each situation, because there is one last crucial moment most of people don't pay attention to, or they are unaware of this. And it's like, you start a racing and you decided to not go to the finish line, or to go to the finish line in an improper way. So what I'm about to tell you is you spent your time to edit, you put your soul into color grading, and then you went to this deliver page in DaVinci to export your video, and as a result you see it's a little bit desaturated, or the colors are not punchy as you remember. And when you really compare side by side, this might happen. So in order to not this happen, you have to understand how to export properly. And before we do anything, I want you to go here to settings and check something here at color management, and make sure you have this one, DaVinci IRGB. Just leave it as it is. Timeline color space Rec 709, output color space Rec 709. Make sure you have selected like this, because this color space is supported by all of the devices, starting from computer screens, phones, LCD screens, big monitors. They support this Rec 709. And this Rec 709 matrix is the same as natural picture profile, meaning non-log footage on your camera sensor. So make sure you have this turned as you see on my screen. Let's say if you're still unsure, right? It can happen. I mean, you may have a different Sony camera or a different camera at all. I recommend you to go to advanced settings, color space tag, go to P3 DCI, and gamma tag, choose sRGB. So for example, even if you forget to go to these settings over here, on the export settings, you can add these settings. Again, I'm a beginner like you guys. I just have a little more steps ahead. If you would ask me why specifically P3 DCI and sRGB, well, it just works, right? I tried some different settings, and I watched some YouTube tutorials, and most of people agree to use this one. You can find similar, giving you the same result, but that's too much experimentation on my end, because you're just wasting time. You're just wasting time instead of purely working on your craft. Go through edit page, make sure you color grade correctly, everything is on point. Go to deliver page, and at the export settings, make sure under the advanced settings you have this turned on. Another thing from my side, what I want to share with you about the export settings, this is also a huge debate I see among other filmmakers and video creators. If you want to export a footage and slightly color grade or color correct as well, use QuickTime H.264 or H.265. Usually my camera records in H.264, so there's no need to go to H.265. But if you have the last generation cameras from Sony, of course go to H.265. This you pick the internal GPU or external NVIDIA, like myself. Resolution, again, keep as your timeline. Frame rate, keep as your timeline. Restrict to. So this is the biggest debate people have. Some people say like you have to go to 10,000 kilobit. Other people say if you have 25 frame rates on your timeline, you have to go to 25,000. If you're unaware and if you post on social media, on Reels, on your feed, again, if you don't have time to experiment, just go with 10,000. Your footage will be okay. Except if you, for example, have a commercial video and you want to deliver to a client, and the client requested to be edited in 4K, and she said he wants to share this video on repeat in a store in a big OLED screen. Well, that that changes the whole point. So you have to send the video in the best quality possible. So for HD, you go to 50,000, just double the frame rate. And if it's 4K, you double it again, just to make sure, like to 100,000. And always choose constant bitrate. That's again, you will not let DaVinci or the software to mess up. I mean, depends of course by the video. If you have a lot of effects and you have this big file sizes, of course go to variable, but in most of the cases constant bitrate is okay, and you can keep the rest as it is. So in this way you will keep your colors and you'll keep your quality of the footage good enough, so you'll not have another artifacts appear because you exported in a low bitrate resolution, even though you have a good resolution like HD, but the bitrate resolution will also mess up your color, and I mean your footage overall. And I will share with you a quick example. Okay, so here's a quick example. This is a haircut reel I did. I color corrected, color graded it, added some sound effects and so on. I don't have the intention to color correct slightly later, so I'm keeping at MP4. Codec is H.264 because I didn't record in H.265. Using the video card NVIDIA for rendering. And here in the bitrate, people say, okay, well, 10,000 is too much, I'll keep like 1,000. Sure, you can do that, but keep in mind, if you go below 10,000, the artifacts, the footage artifacts, like any other unpleasant artifacts, will be more and more visible. So this is what happens. It looks blurry, it looks actually low resolution and low quality. I will even show right now a B-roll of before and after, just to really see on your own. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you learned a lot and you integrated this color management process into your workflow, and you already start to have beautiful videos. Of course, as you know, color grading is not all in all that makes your footage unique. As a video creator, you have taken into consideration the sound, the lighting, the composition, but this is totally different kind of courses. I saw that color grading is overcomplicated in some situations, so I decided to make it very easy so you can focus on more important aspects like filming, scripting, editing, really generating your creative ideas. Thanks for watching and see you on conclusion video.